let us do 171, 172 together. Then you will go back and work on the questions that you could not do from the last assignment, or you will finish the last assignment. Okay, we just did sign law. You've already done it before. No, we taught sign law yesterday. Oh, I don't know. Someone's got to be in there that's an actual teacher, because the woman running it is not a teacher. Oh, there's a math thing. All right, so page 171, please, everyone, and we will start by drawing this triangle. Now, please notice that I do not have enough information to draw the whole triangle, do I? I can draw one angle, A, and it is how big? 30 degrees. I can draw another angle, A to B is 6, and B to C is 3. Is everybody cool with that? All right. Now, it's been drawn. We're going to have a look at it. If, and this is okay because I do have enough information, if I were going to do trig with this, what trig could I do right now if, oh, it should have been a different color. If that is a right angle, what trig could I do right now? Sine, right? And what is the sign that we would do? What are the numbers that I would plug in to do that? Sine of A equals what? No. We have the opposite and the hypotenuse. I said, if this is true, what do I write here now? What is sine of A? 3 over 6, yes? Which is what? 1 over 2, correct? Now, you already know about the special triangle, 30. And in a special triangle of 30, how long is this side? No, don't look at how it's drawn. Tell me how long the side opposite 30 is in the special triangle that you are comfortable working with. It's the shortest side. So what is the shortest side in the special? That is 1. What is the hypotenuse? 2. What is the third side? Root 3, right? Now, please notice this 30 is, the sine of this is 1/2, right? Everyone agrees? The sine of this is 1/2. Everyone agree? So that means that this is not an if. What is it really? Is. So this is proven to be 90 degrees. Is everybody cool? Yes? Okay. Now, we are going to take what we already know Now draw this triangle. Can I do any trig with this? Oh, I shouldn't have used green. Can I do any trig with this triangle yet? No. What would I have to do trig with this triangle? I would have to either get another side, so I could use sine law, or do what? What did we drop? What did we put in yesterday so we could learn sine law? What did we draw in there? We put the line down the middle. What's that called? Starts with an A, altitude. I would drop this down here, yes? Right? And in your textbook, they call the altitude h for height. I don't like that. Why? Because it messes us up with hypotenuse, yes? So I use some other letter here. The letter I always like to use is Q because we never use Q. So there's my altitude, yes? Everybody agree? Okay. Now, if I were going to do math here, the sine of 30 would be Q over 6, correct? Which means 6 sine 30 would equal Q, correct? We know sine 30 is a half. What is 6 times a half? 3. So 3 would equal Q, correct? So 3 equals Q. And notice that the third side of our triangle was 3, right? So that means that if Q equals 3 and BC equals 3, then what do we know about Q and BC? They are equal, correct? And if our altitude equals the third side of our triangle, then we can only possibly build one triangle. Because if this Q is anything other than 3, will it stop right there? No. It'll either go past or be short, right? So, if Q equals our third side, then we can only build one right angle triangle. Does everybody see why? Yeah? Because Q is the same as the third side, it's going to be exactly long enough to create one triangle. Everybody good? Okay. We're going to use the same numbers, the same angle, some same numbers, but we're going to talk. So we'll start with what we know. What we know is we've got a 30, there's A, and B we know is 6, according to this, yes? Everybody understand? We're all good, yeah? Now, the third side here is what, according to my question? 2, right? Now, we know that this distance right now is Q, and Q has to be what? Has to equal 3, doesn't it? We know this distance is 3, right? But we're told our BC is 2. So we can only go down 2/3 of the way, yes? Does it make it? Can this triangle exist? No. So what do we know? If Q is greater than our third side, how many triangles can we make? 0 triangles. It's impossible. Everybody understand? Because this third side, which is blue, is only 2 centimeters, 2/3 of the 3, yes? So this blue side, I know the screen is blue, this blue leg will just swing like a pendulum, won't it? It'll never touch the bottom. Is everybody good? Okay? All right. So let's go to a third one. This is number 5 on page 172. Notice we are keeping the same thing. 36. Now, ladies and gentlemen, does this apply if this is 28 and this is 16? I can do the same math. Why am I using 30 and 6? Because we know the sine of 30 is a half, and we can work in our heads to prove the point, right? Okay, so now we've got this, A, B. What do we know Q is? Q we know is 3. If the third side is 3, we've got one triangle, it's 90 degrees, yes? Okay. What's my third side now? 8. Is 8 bigger than 3? So what would happen if I drew that side? I'd be way down here, yes? Is that a triangle? It looks like a 4 to me. Doesn't look like a triangle. Is it a triangle? No. Okay. So that means this can't be a 90-degree angle, can it? Okay. All right. So, okay. What are our options? Where can this BC go? Could it go over there and make a triangle? No, of course not. Why not? What's a triangle? A three-sided figure. 1, 2, 3. Is it closed? So it can't go up. Where could it go? It has to go downwards, yes? We know it can't go straight down because that won't make a triangle. So it would have to go to either the left or the right, correct? If it goes to the left, and how long is it? 8, right? Well, what's the maximum amount of room I have here? 6. So could it go this way? No. What's the only way it can go? Out here. To make our 8. Oops. Does everybody see that? Now remember, everything's been based on Q, yes? If Q equals the third side, we got a right angle triangle. If Q is greater than the third side, then we have no triangle. What do we have here? Q is what? Q is 3, our third side's 8. What is it? Q is less than our third side, but Q is also greater than our given sides. And you all saw that if I tried to draw an 8 here, I'm screwed, right? This is no good because it's not a triangle. Because Q is bigger than my given, because Q is less than my third side, but, oh, I screwed that up. Damn it. Sorry. Q is less than our third side, but our third side, sorry everyone, is greater than our given side. Then how many triangles do we have? It had to go out here, yes? No, because it can't go straight down, and it can't go off this way. What's the only way I can create a triangle? 1. And there's a special thing about this triangle. What must this angle be? Bigger or smaller than 90? Must be bigger, right? So if this is the case, we can make one obtuse triangle. What does obtuse mean? What does obtuse mean? Yes, in English. In math, it means angle greater than 90. Is everybody cool? When we get to the fourth one, you'll see where I'm going with this. In the fourth one, guess what we're starting with? Same thing we've started with all along. 36. What's Q? What's Q? All right, now let's look at our situation here. What's my third side now? 4. Everyone agree? So, since it's 4, can it go here? Why not? Because the maximum distance I've allowed there is 3, correct? Okay. Can it go here? Is it greater than 3? So can I slide it over here and get some more room? Is it greater than 6? So is it possible to go past 6? So is that okay? So I have that triangle, don't I? Right? Everyone agrees? Okay. Can I go to this side? Can't I? So, if Q is less than my third side, and my third side is less than my given side, then I can make 2 triangles. Does everybody understand? If it's the same, it's going to just drop in and fill up the space. Right? If Q is greater than my third side, it won't ever reach. It'll just swing. Everybody's good? If Q is less than my third side, but my third side is also bigger than my given side, it won't make a triangle on the left, will it? It can only make one obtuse triangle. Now this one is the problem, because it's got 2 choices. It could be the green triangle, or it could be the blue triangle. Does everybody see? Right? That's what ambiguous case means. You don't know in this case if I mean the green or the blue triangle, because they're both possible. Now there's a way to work around this, which you're going to learn later. How does this affect anybody in the real world? You ready?
You want me to wait down there until you're done?
Do you mind? I got to do 2 more questions.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
I don't mind.
Okay. In the real world, we use trig mostly to build stuff, yes? Well, sometimes you need a triangle that does what the green one does. Sometimes you need a triangle that does what the blue one does. In the real world, they're both possible. But in the real world, when you build the thing, you're only going to use one of them. Everybody understand? Or if you're using a map, you're trying to find something on a map, and you don't have GPS. There's 2 possible places, right? If I'm sitting right here, maybe the person I got to find is over here. Maybe they're right there. It's kind of important if I got to find them, right? I don't want to be looking over here when they're really there. Everybody good? All right, let's try putting it into practice. Turn the page over. Number 7, determine the number of triangles possible and then solve the triangle that we actually have. Everybody good? Okay, so what do we know? We've got an angle of 58. Does it matter that I drew it exactly the same as my 30? No, because why do we have this triangle? Just for reference, right? Little b, little a. Well, if this is angle A, where does little a live? Across. So this 20 is going to be somewhere over here. Agreed? Can I draw it in yet? No, because I don't know where it's going to go. It might be out here. It might be straight down. It might be in 2 places. Yes? So what's the only other thing I know? I got another side that's 10, right? So I have to make this my 10, don't I? Now, can I find Q? What's Q? Sine 58 equals Q over 10, yes? So what's Q? 10 sine 58. What's Q? Where do I go to find that answer? Calculator. What is it? Someone's got their calculator. You can tell me. Pardon me? Q is 8.5. That's what we're going to round it off to, yes? All right. Is Q less than my third side? It is, right? We can all see that, right? My third side is 20. So it can't go straight down, can it? Because I only got 8.5 space there. Okay, so it's got to swing to one side. Could it swing to that side? Why not? Because I only have 10 space there, maximum. So where's the only direction it can go? Out here. Everyone agree? Now, I know 10. Do I know this side? 20. Can I solve this triangle now? Yes or no? Yes, because I have my pair. Now I can do sine law. Is everybody cool? Noah. Pardon me? Well, SOHCAHTOA is sine law. Everybody good? Now, I don't want to do the sine law with you, right? You all know the sine law. This is what you're going to do when I leave. Everybody okay? Because this is the new stuff. Avni. Why did I put B here? Because that's the only side I know. Right? If I made this B, then the whole triangle would just be reversed. 20 would be over here, but 20 can't be over here because it's got to be across from A. Right? That's why it's little a. Cool? All right. Let's do the next one. I have an angle, so what do I draw first? What do I draw? The angle. Does it matter how I draw it? Okay. A71. What do I know? There's my across from A, right? So it could go there, there, or there. Or there, right? I don't know which one it is because I got to do some math. But I know this is 17, yes? Okay. So now, to know where A is going to go, I got to check Q, don't I? Now, you're intelligent young people. 1058 Q. So what am I doing here without even thinking about it? 17 sine 71 equals Q. What's Q? Or remember in your textbook, what letter will this be? H. 16.1. All right, so 16.1 is how much space I have to work with here. Will that A fit? Will it make it? No. It'll just be swinging there doing nothing, right? So how many triangles are possible? No triangles. So I can stop because I can't solve a triangle that isn't there. Everybody good? What did you do to your glasses? Huh? Playing dodgeball. What's weird about C? Different letters. Does the math change? No. Instead of A, how big is this angle? 35, and it's a D. G is 230, D is 133. What are the options for 133? Down, left, right, or way out? Yes? Do I know which one it is? I cannot until I check what? Q. How can I check Q? Well, I know this is 230. So automatically, What is Q? 230 sine 35. What is it? No decimals? Okay, so Q is 132, yes? So this is 132. How much space do I have to work with? I got 133. So if I go straight, I'll go a little bit past, won't I? So I can't go straight. Could I go there? Yeah, because I slid over a little. Now I got the 133 because it's less than 230. Could I go there? Yes. So in this one, I got 2 triangles now, which means I got to do sine law how many times to do it right? Twice. One of the triangles is this. What's this angle? 35. What's this side? 230. What's this side? 133. That's triangle 1. Triangle 2, still 35, still 230, but this has to go this side now. What's this? 133. So what is going to change? What are the 2 things that are going to be different between these 2 triangles? 3 things are going to be different. Top angles are going to be different, aren't they? What else is going to be different? What else is going to be different? Well, you guys can see what's the same. What's the only stuff that's not highlighted? What else is going to be different? The third angle. And what else? The bottom side. Everybody cool? So your job now is to do the sine law on these 3 and then go back to this textbook work and do those questions that we crossed out because there were ambiguous triangles. Everybody cool? All right, I'm going to go downstairs, work with each other. You'll see the right answers in 4 days. There's no stress. Just try. Okay? Okay.